can't put an exact moment on when I was first fascinated by the beauty and the power of the muscle car. But what I do know is that I've had a hidden fascination with it ever since I can remember. Growing up, my first hands-on experience with a car was in the form of models. My dad would get model cars and build them with some rather intricate detail. Mine, on the other hand, was usually that of an incomplete state, wanting it to be perfect, resulting in it just being unfinished. I think what I always yearned for was the feel and excitement you get when you're driving it. As model building would go to show me, is that you can't just hop into the driver's seat and be ready to go, especially if you're working on a budget. You have to learn the parts, how the machine operates.
Here it is. We'll clean it up, give it a nice new paint job.
What to do if something goes wrong. And above all, you have to have the patience and follow through to get it done. But there is one thing that building models never had to teach me. Something that I knew just from instinct from the beginning. I wanted a Mustang. I was in junior high when I made the decision of what car I wanted to buy when I got my driver's license. My only source of income was a paper route that brought in a whole $100 a month, and it was then that I started saving. And when the time came, I was able to plop down my hard-earned cash for my first ride. A 1966 Ford Mustang. I knew I had my work cut out for me, but it served me well my senior year of high school. With a little bit of style, and it occasionally being called a scab, but I had bigger plans. I still have bigger plans. And now here I am, 14 years later, and the passion burning just as much as ever. I bought the car with the original 200 cubic inch inline-6 engine, original exhaust falling apart, driver's side sporting sideswipe damage, and one passionate teenager with big plans in mind. After college and a few years of work to pay the bills, I returned home for a visit with the desire to get the car running again.
All right, here we go.
It was a success, but with it, I saw all the problems that needed to be fixed. And then, the realization that this was going to be a much bigger project than I had originally anticipated began to sink in. My transmission was in need of repair, engine leaks were revealing themselves, so I decided to start with the obvious.
We're slowly disconnecting everything. We still have the transmission cooling lines, and there's some linkage.
I'd come across a couple websites, Classic Inlines and Ford 6, and saw that there was a community out there that was passionate about preserving the inline-6 engines, as they saw they were fading from existence with owners swapping them out for bigger engines. They had been coining phrases such as the GT200, boasting horsepower out of these engines nearing 300. So when I found a 200 cubic inch inline-6 engine attached to a working transmission with exhaust, a new carburetor, and everything upgraded that I had already planned on doing, my direction was clear.
This will be replaced by this. This is what I did today. And that was in there.
I'm gonna make this Mustang one of the most kick-ass i6 engines ever. And as I've been saying since I first bought the car,